So, Invincible Season 2 has finally ended, and I've decided to rank all the relevant characters from that season. This ranking is just my opinion and is based solely on Seasons 1 and 2, despite me knowing some future stuff. Anyway, let's get into it. Mark Grayson, aka Invincible, S tier. We've seen the development he's had, and he's hit a breaking point here in the Season 2 finale. Can't wait to see where things go from here. Stephen Yeun is, by the way, an incredible actor. Debbie Grayson, A tier. She's had a solid role in Season 1, and they've given her a good number of things to do in Season 2. Nolan Grayson, aka Omni-Man, S tier. His internal struggles in Season 1 were one of the most compelling aspects, and whilst he's not been around much in Season 2, we've seen some great development. And of course, it's J.K. Simmons. Eve, aka Adam Eve, S tier. She's always been a good character and one of the most powerful at that. Season 2 and her own special have only helped cement her position. William, B tier. He's always been a loyal friend to Mark, and I like him enough even though he's not integral to the overall story. Cecil, A tier. I've always liked his no-nonsense personality and the tough decisions he's had to make for the greater good. Donald, A tier. He was a solid character in Season 1, but his internal conflicts in Season 2 have made him a lot more interesting. The Immortal, B tier. His most impressive on-screen feat was fighting Omni-Man in Season 1, but he's kind of all over the place in Season 2. Rudy, aka Robot, A tier. I liked him throughout Season 1, and I appreciate him learning to be more human in Season 2, not to mention he's proven to be one of the most competent Guardians. Explode, A tier. I know it might be a bit high, but his character development has been good so far, and hopefully we get more in the future. Duplicate, B tier. I like her powers and everything, but she really didn't have much to do this season. Shrinking Ray, C tier. I like her powers, but she's been pretty much a background character with the Guardians until Season 2, Episode 5, and I don't even know where her character's going at this point since she was meant to be dead. Amanda, aka Monster Girl, B tier. Whilst I like her, I want to see what else they decide to do with her character outside of her relationship with Rudy. Like Samson, B tier. I liked his veteran/mentor role in Season 1, but he hasn't really done much in Season 2 to change his ranking, well at least in my eyes anyway. Bulletproof, D tier. This is based on the fact he's done nothing noteworthy since his introduction, even on the Sequid mission, and from what I've heard he doesn't get any better, but this is based only on my Season 2 opinions. The Shapesmith, A tier. I like his role in the story so far, and I think Ben Schwartz's voice acting is a major factor when it comes to the likability of this character. Amber, C tier. I didn't mind her personality in Seasons 1 and 2, minus, the scene. Okay, I know this one is going to be rough. I think the problem with her character in the show is a real lack of interest when it comes to her struggles and actions. What I mean is she has no real impact on the main story, and all she's really doing is developing Mark's character. Again, this is just how the show presents her. Waller Twins, A tier. Also not as prevalent as they were in Season 1, their dynamic is fun and I can always appreciate some genius characters. Kill Cannon, D tier. Unless something amazing happens with this character, I really just don't care about him. Art, A tier. He's just been good support for the Grayson family even before the start of the story. I'll admit there's slight bias since he is voiced by Mark Hamill. Eve's dad, D tier. I thought he was going to redeem himself in future installments, but based on the comic page that's going around, I don't think that's happening. I also thought it was only a superhero thing and not straight up sexism. I know he's had tendencies, but I didn't think they were that blatant. Also, this was my opinion regardless of future events. Eve's mom, also D tier. I have some level of empathy, but standing by in this non-dangerous situation with Eve isn't much better. Angstrom Levy, B tier. Okay, so his character is interesting. It's just that he's barely had any screen time since he was introduced, and he gets an extreme beatdown in the season finale. Alan, S tier. I'm not the biggest Seth Rogen fan, but I do appreciate his genuine interest in animation and voice acting. He really brings his character to life, and Alan is actually instrumental in the main plot. Vader, C tier. I like his standing as a Viltrumite trader, but I want him to actually do something to move him up higher. Doc Seismic, C tier. He's not a great villain, but his random political points make me laugh at times. D.A. Sinclair, D tier. He's been portrayed as a typical mad scientist trope, and that's all there seems to be with his character. While he gets credit for introducing a very horrific concept into the series and for initially being voiced by an actual criminal. Rick, B tier. He was a likable enough character when introduced, and his PTSD with Sinclair adds some depth to his character. Lizard League, C tier. I mean, they did hurt the Guardians, but we don't really see them enough/know enough about them to care. However, I'll give Komodo Dragon B tier since Ray was initially meant to be dead with his insane method. The Viltrum Empire. Lucan, Vidor, and Fula are all C tier because, well, their personalities are too similar and they don't really have much screen time to really establish presence. General Krieg is also C tier because, he hasn't done anything yet. Anissa? Okay, I know what's going to happen in the future, but for now, her current personality and actions warrant her B tier. Andressa, A tier. She was understanding of both Mark and Nolan's positions and wanted the best for her son. Oliver Grayson, C tier. Because, he's more of a plot device right now, but I know it becomes relevant later on. April, C tier. She's fine, not really anything good or bad to say about her. So that's my final rating. If you hate it, well, I'm happy for you.